Hey there, WUBALL fans. Make plans now to kick off the 2024 season at the first Waldorf Gridiron Club Golf Tournament, Friday, September 6th at the Gruis Golf Course. Start your home opener tailgating experience early by registering your 4-person team now at wugridironevents@gmail.com. Find the link in the show notes. It's just $150 for each team, and that includes meals. If you want to sponsor one of our 9 holes, you can do that too for just $300, which includes the team registration, meals, hole signage, and recognition. This is a fundraiser for the Gridiron Club, and all money raised goes straight to the Warrior football program. We'll start registration at 12:15, get a welcome from the coaches and explain the tournament rules at 12:45, then off to a shotgun start to our scramble at 1 p.m. Think of it as a kickoff. It's just a 9-hole tournament, so there will be plenty of time for our evening meal, flight prizes, and pre-game camaraderie around 5 p.m. You can bring your own cart or rent them right there at the course. The Gruis Golf Course is located west of Forest City at 2724 360th Street in rural Buffalo Center. We can't wait to see you at the Waldorf Gridiron Club Golf Tournament September 6th. Get your team together and register today by emailing wugridironevents@gmail.com, and we'll get you taken care of. Go Warriors! Welcome to the Waldorf Gridiron Club Podcast, your home for all things football at Waldorf University, the best small college football experience in America. Hosted by Andy Buffington and me, Troy Thompson, from the secret bunker beneath Bullsdorf Field.
Welcome to this episode of the Waldorf Gridiron Club Podcast. All right, folks, we're a day away.
Yes.
Tomorrow, Warrior football is it's a real thing. Down in Seward, Nebraska, where we intend to go down and steal a 1975 Vega.
Next year.
Well, yeah, they open it up, but here's the thing. If they open up the time capsule and it's gone,
yeah,
that's pretty cool.
We wrote a whole song about it. It's called the Vega.
They know we.
Well,
that was all you, Troy. And it was great. No, and don't get me wrong. It's not like I wouldn't like to take credit for it.
Yeah, well, if you guys haven't heard that yet, it's about to be a modern-day classic.
Where can I hear it at?
We stole a Chevy Vega and drove it to Winnebago, where we were on track with a pain in our back that no dome could ever shake her. We dressed a Sasquatch in a t-shirt, figured that it probably couldn't hurt. Found a scorpion over in Yankton, got hooked on some fruit smack while pranking. Oh, there's nothing like a tailgate on a weekend, with friends and foes all gather around the field. Don't matter if you offend or defend, our Warriors never, ever, ever yield. We took a route for the briars down the cliff. Some sisters got snookered by a gopher riff, and the Corn Palace blazed in the morning side sun as we made friends with hobos and loaded our gun. We drive that old Vega down the road in a jiff. It was a summer of dissing and laughing and such as we poked at our new rivals a little too much. The bunker got repainted and coach nearly fainted when we drove that old Vega right into the Dutch. Oh, there's nothing like a tailgate on a weekend, with friends and foes all gather around the field. Don't matter if you offend or defend, our Warriors never, ever, ever yield. And laughing and such as we poked at our new rivals a little too much. The bunker got repainted and coach nearly fainted when we drove that old Vega right into the Dutch. Oh, there's nothing like a tailgate on a weekend, with friends and foes all gather around the field. Don't matter if you offend or defend, our Warriors never, ever, ever yield.
So yeah, we're pretty excited. We got a couple dogs in the studio. I'm sorry, the bunker.
Yeah.
Today we got an Iowa kid and a California kid, but we got Jakim Brock, number 3, defensive back from Stockton, California, through Iowa Wesleyan University, which unfortunately, Jakim didn't really have a choice. It was like, if you want to keep playing football, you're gonna have to go somewhere. And thank God he chose Waldorf University. And then across from him, we've got Gavin Johnson, an Iowa kid from Urbandale, number 75. This will be what, third year offensive starting?
73.
73. Why did I think 75?
I used to be 75, but I switched.
Dude, I look around all the time. That's right. You were 75 2 years ago.
Yeah, but I'm also practicing 75.
Okay. That's good to know. So anyway, he's
All right.
Yeah, he's your left tackle. Just look for him. He'll be out there.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
Left.
Exactly.
Guys, welcome. Thanks for coming.
Thank you for having us.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah. So tomorrow, Concordia, down in Seward, Nebraska. As Troy said, we're going to go down to Steel Vega. I suppose you haven't listened to that episode, and that's fine. What are you guys learning, if anything, about Concordia?
I mean, they're a pretty quick team. They look pretty disciplined from the film that I watched. They're very quick on the ball. They got a certain sets that they like to run, and they get after it. They're a pretty good team, so we got to be on our P's and Q's when we get there. So,
well, they got a first-team All-American receiver returning. I can't remember his name. See, I didn't do my research.
Yeah.
like Jablonski.
Yeah, Jablonski, and then there's McGarvey as the quarterback. And the only McGarvey, he made second-team All GPAC last year, but I mean, Jalen Cramstead was at Northwestern, and that dude he was NAIA Player of the Year, so that's why he gets number 2. But that kid put up huge numbers, so that's going to be quite a challenge for you, Jakim.
Yeah, we love challenges over here. New opportunities to make a play, stuff like that. That's what we strive for. So,
yeah. And Gavin, defensive wise, you're going to have to be studying those boys. How do they look?
Yeah, they got some good guys. They're pretty big and they're always working.
Yeah. So, going into the preseason, Waldorf's virtually an unknown in the GPAC, and, there's some sports writers that got us finishing 11th, and why wouldn't they? Because they know nothing about us. Because we got we've got some returning guys like you two, your team leaders. You're a known commodity. They know what's going up against you guys, but they have no idea who we're going to throw in at QB. We have some, according to the sports writers, had some holes at the wide receiver with the exodus of Dom and Malik. And then defensively, we lost a few guys, but it's not noticed, I guess, from what I've seen. So,
yeah.
What do you guys think about that? Does that give you any energy?
Yeah, I think it gives us a lot, especially offensively. We got a lot of really, really, really talented guys that we just brought in. So, I'm really excited. I think that, if we just get everything right, I think we're gonna have a really, really good season. Well,
and you're getting coached by a guy that you played with last year.
Mm-hmm.
How's that going? That's got to be weird, right?
Yeah, it's a little weird, but Coach Kodak, Coach Cade, I really respect him. He was a really, really good football player, and he has awesome technique, and it's really awesome to learn from somebody else. Especially that. He's done it.
Yeah, for sure. And Jakim, you got the same coach you've had since the day you stepped on campus here. You're our head coach, which is pretty cool. How are things looking in the defensive backfield this year?
It looks great. I think we've been really getting after it, especially like in these morning practices. We're really going full throttle on defense. I think that's really our motto when we step on the field. We want to be the best people on the field. You know what I'm saying? Like, all the guys have been particularly bought into the system, and we're all flying around, and I think the main thing is we're just having fun while doing it. Yeah. And you can see it on the field. Everybody's having fun.
Yeah, and you got, you and Kaysen, you're those guys that are, again, those known commodities coming back, but there's some guy, Tay Morgan, he's out there. He got a little bit of playing time last year. I think he'll see a more significant role. He's been working pretty hard. Who else we got coming up? Some people that have impressed you?
We have a transfer. He just came in from Modesto Junior College, Elijah Long, Washington. He's been coming in, and he's coming in, being a transfer, coming in the fall, I know how that feels, trying to learn a whole new system. But he's came in and, like, you know, it's just like glue. We have a lot of guys that's been here, like Nico Page and Preston and all those boys on the D-line, you know, plugging in those gaps, doing their job. They put in great work, you know what I'm saying? We have a lot of guys that doing their job, doing everything that they can, and that's just lovely. Like, we're all putting in straight work.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like a rebuilding year to me, you know, and it probably is, because I think technically we're returning 5 starters on offense, 5 on defense, but, you know, being at practice and seeing it, it's like, of course, we've seen those faces for so long and seeing what these kids can do. It's not like there's, oh yeah, we're going to have to teach this guy. It's been pretty cool, because I don't feel like there's a letdown. You know, offensively, there's probably more of some changes for you guys, because we lost 3 guys off the O-line last year. So how's that looking, the offensive side?
Yeah, I think O-line. You know, I'm excited. We got a couple good guys that came in, and you know, I'm ready for the roles that they play in. I mean, obviously, we still have a lot of work to do. You know, but it's exciting. You know, just trying to get better every day, every practice. So, but I think that. Yeah, we brought in a couple, JUCO guys, which I think they're going to play a really big role.
That's good.
A couple weeks ago, we did have Coach Chapa, Coach Ani were on the show, and they both expressed like they were pretty excited about how you guys are looking so far, and they realize that it's still early in the year, but just like you already kind of mentioned, everybody's having fun, and I know that Ani had said that that's something that he wanted. Certainly his offense to feel, particularly the receivers. He specifically mentioned how the receivers were always a little, high strung and always, and you want that high performance, but at the same time, it's like, let's make sure we have some fun. Both coaches indicated that the depth is looking really good, and they both specified the O-line. And they feel good about both sides of the line, actually, offense and defense. And so whether they're newer, younger guys that are coming in with some size, or like you said, some transfers that are making a difference, and then on the defense, the same thing. So it sounds like you've got people that are competing and still are competing and ready to roll. And of course, tomorrow we'll see how it shakes out in Nebraska, but. Overall, I mean, the coaches feel pretty good. And that seems to be what you guys are saying too.
Do you think they have internet in Nebraska where they're going to be able to stream the game?
I hope so.
I hope so as well.
I don't know. I haven't heard anything from that state in a while. I don't know if you guys know this, but the Cornhuskers won a national championship about 30 years ago. They're still kind of living off that.
Right. Yeah. Well, they are, and they're the Corners. Yeah, they are going to be playing on the same day too.
Oh,
so,
God, that's right. Yeah, you guys aren't going to be far from there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I think they play. Obviously, they're going to play before we do. I don't say obviously. I'm assuming that that's the case. That I didn't really look that up.
I don't think they have a night game like we do, because 7 o'clock.
So. Yeah. 7 p.m.
Yeah.
You guys like sleeping on the bus?
No.
After a win, yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Sleep real well then.
So do we know what kind of food we're going to get on the way home?
Do you know?
I do not know.
I don't know anything.
Yeah,
but
what are you hoping for?
I could see maybe some Chick-fil-A. That's been I don't know if they have that in Seward.
Well, not in Seward probably, but you're only 25
Lincoln,
minutes away from Lincoln, so that's a
right.
real possibility. Lots of options over there.
Omaha?
Mainly we do.
I don't know if Chick-fil-A is open at 10 o'clock at night, though.
No, they were last. They were last time, wasn't
Is that right?
Yeah, I think they had it like ready for us or something. But probably either Chick-fil-A or pizza. That's
there you go.
Where we go.
Get some Jimmy John's. I think I've been around for Jimmy John's once.
Jimmy John's is normally like a lunch thing. But.
Yeah.
Well, I know that this year the Gridiron Club, some of the moms are also putting together some Gatorade and treats as well for the ride home on those away trips.
Those are always
that'll be good.
Nice. Yeah, that's always nice.
Yeah, shout out there, man.
Yeah, shout out.
Maybe like a fidget spinner.
That would be nice.
So, okay.
Everybody gets a
We don't have to go to
fidget spinner?
Dickinson, though. So.
Oh, no. Hey there, WUBALL fans. It's time to order this season's official Waldorf Gridiron Club swag. We've got hoodies, crew neck sweatshirts, in case you want to avoid having a head handle to pull you down in those bar fights, long sleeve tees to cover your WUBALL inked sleeves, and short sleeve tees for when the weather is warm, or whenever, if you're hot-blooded. As usual, Funds raised from these reasonably priced, colorful apparel go to the Waldorf football program. So, order now. You can pick up at the Thread store in Algona or have it sent right to your home. And have it before the season begins. Just go to the store link in the show notes and place your order today. Don't delay. We'll see you and your sweet WUBALL gridiron gear at the game. Go Warriors.
Yeah, now Seward is going to be, I think it's like 4.5, 5 hours, something like that, that sounds long, but that's people that didn't have to ride a bus to Dickinson, North Dakota.
That was 14 plus hours just sitting on a bus.
Crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was not.
So what do we do on the bus rides, fellas?
I just put my headphones on and just locked in.
Yeah. Normally I watch some sort of show, normally after the game, pull up the film, go through that, look through most of the plays, see all the plays I messed up at and all the plays that I did good.
Sometimes there's movies playing on the bus.
Yeah, sometimes. Also, one time we got really advanced.
Ooh.
We got the game. It was like, I forget what game it was, but we somehow hooked it up with an HDMI cord into the computer. We streamed it on the bus.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I forget
game
what
that you
game it was.
played?
No.
Oh, like
a college.
Yeah, D1 game.
D1
like
game,
that,
yeah. I think it was like a night game, like a 12 p.m. kickoff. So
all right. Yeah, nice. Probably Hawaii. Something like that.
Yeah.
Crazy.
it was. I think it was like Oregon, maybe.
Oh, yeah, they have late games.
Yeah, I think it was like a 12 p.m. kickoff.
Any no traditions? You got any traditions or superstitions about getting on the bus and taking these trips or
I always sit in the same seat.
Okay, you do.
Yep, left corner in the back.
Okay,
I don't never not leave the same
that's
seat.
your spot.
Yeah.
Left corner from looking forward or as you're walking in?
As you're walking in.
Okay. So, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that would be the starboard side. I don't
That
know.
is correct. That is starboard.
Yeah, that'd be starboard side.
Mm-hmm. If you're on a ship.
So what happens? Yeah, what happens if you get in there and you got some transfer that says, I always sit on the starboard side, rear, all the way against the window?
I don't know. Might have to play rock, paper, scissors for it or something.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know. It's because,
Yeah.
it's fine if it's like another,
If there's another seat right there, I'm not finna
Mm-hmm.
stress it.
But
But
at the same time, if it's
You're not
like,
like
majority of the time, I should be already right there.
yeah,
like Forrest Gump, like seats taken. You can't sit here.
oh, that's right.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, that was early in the movie. I
Yeah.
couldn't remember what
As a
part that
kid.
was.
Yeah. Gets
No,
on the
nothing.
bus.
You guys aren't.
No,
Forrest Gump.
I'm not superstitious. I'm a little stitious. So
Mhm. Oh,
Just
nice.
little
I
stitious.
See what you did there.
Yeah, I
Very
like
good.
that. Yep.
office quote.
Yeah. Little
Nice.
stitches. Yeah.
Well, a little stitious. So
Well,
you
what? Yeah, go ahead.
No, you just there's like no traditions or something like that. Like you always wear the same socks, the same shorts, the same shirt. It's just get in and ball or what?
I mean, usually I wear the same shirt. Just depend on what we're wearing that day.
You wash it. You
I wash it for
Okay,
sure.
thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
So I feel bad for whoever I sit next to. Do you always sit next to you? Generally the same group?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mhm.
DBs.
DBs. You guys are the divas back there. Yeah.
We're not that bad. Are we
No.
that bad, Gavin?
Depends.
So now, Chapa, who is very familiar with the DBs,
Was
yeah.
one himself. back-
Correct.
Back in the glory
He
days.
says that they are usually the most, can be the most prima donna people.
He said diva.
Diva-ish.
Ish.
Yeah,
He
prima
didn't
donna.
come right out and say it.
Prima donna. He said diva-ish.
Yeah. And why
But
would
he said you guys were given a lot of, but he in exchange for that, he was saying like this year, I mean, quarterbacks they're in the battle of their own, and they and you guys are like, hey, that was a good pass, that was good, whatever.
Yeah,
So-
they're making us better, like day in and day out. It's
Yeah.
just, it's crazy. Like we was watching film yesterday, and it's like they're putting balls in like crazy spots. It's just like you have no choice but to applaud them, And at the end of the day, they're our teammates as well.
Mhm.
We're trying to bring each other up. We're trying to build something. So
Yeah.
if I can, hey, get ball, I'm gonna say that every time, 10 times out of 10. Because I want that ball being thrown.
They give it back to you though too. They
yeah,
say, hey, good
sometimes.
job, you beat me there.
Yeah, they give it back. They give it back.
Okay,
We have respect. Yeah,
Good,
they give
good.
it back.
Yeah, we got some crazy arm talent right now, so it's really awesome.
Yeah, you've got, and we talked about that with Chapa and Ani, that it's, the depth at our quarterback position. It's like, I'll be honest, there was a few years when it was just like, man, if Coop went down, not that there's anybody bad behind him, but to the level of talent that Coop exhibited wasn't necessarily matched. Now, we brought in Nick last year. A lot of comfort with Nick, but it's one of those Coop's going to be in there most of the time. So now we still got Nick, we got Cade Walking Stick, and you got Lou, and you got Chris, and you got those 4 dudes that just flip a coin.
Yeah, they're all good.
Yeah.
That's a good position to be in my opinion. I know Ani's got to make the choice in different times and games and, who's going to do what and everything. But, I mean, it's not a bad spot to be in if you can, pretty much plug and play.
And I just think in the next couple of years with, Justin and Carson coming up with those dudes in front of them, what they can teach, it's going to be crazy good at quarterback. And it's that competition that makes it good.
Yeah.
Just because you guys came back this year, I'm going to come back. I got my spot. I don't think Coach guaranteed that for anybody.
No, for sure. No.
Oh, he makes that known from day one.
Oh, yeah.
From day one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No spots is guaranteed.
No, it's clean slate every year when you show up.
Yeah.
Yeah. And on the offensive side, especially the O-line, it's that was my biggest question mark. Coming into this fall camp was what do we got? Obviously we know we got Gavin, we got LT, we got Jacoby, and we got some dudes that are coming up, but I wasn't 100% sure what we were going to end up with. And we got just there's 10 or 11 dudes on that offensive line that can play.
Yeah. Yeah. It's awesome to, last year we struggled with depth. I mean, obviously we had a lot of really, really good, really talented guys, but depth was always a struggle. And I think this year, it's really awesome, really exciting to have depth and, have guys that come in ready to play and learn the offense, excited, want to be there. That's what's really awesome this year. Everybody on the offensive standpoint in general, everyone wants to be here. Everyone wants, even wide receivers, they want to block. They want, obviously they want the ball, but they'll block, they'll do whatever, just trying to get that spot.
What's different this year? Something, and I've said that to our coaches, something feels different. Do you guys feel that?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's definitely a culture switch or energy switch, and I think that was built most definitely in the spring. But I feel like everybody is pretty much cool with each other. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's, it feels like a family. We're all, if somebody does something wrong, we're all picking each other back up, you know what I'm saying? Conditioning, we're all doing this stuff together. And I think that's the main thing we kind of harp on, doing all the things together. Because at the end of the day, that's all we have. So I think that we kind of understand that's our way of living. And we're going to keep just pounding away at that. So
you guys, in leadership roles that you're in and your experience on the team, you probably see that a little bit at the beginning, a lot, at the beginning of every year. That is, some camaraderie. People are getting to know each other. They're excited. They're competing. And then sometimes you can get a little deeper into the season, and that's where the real mettle is tested, and maintaining that, positive attitude, building each other up, helping each other out, keeping because you're going to have some tough games ahead of you. Yeah. And, you can win every single game in this season. You're going to have some battles. This is a great conference that we're heading into. Well, this is where Waldorf belongs. You guys are going to be the first class of football players from Waldorf to, appear in the GPAC. And, it's something pretty awesome. And so how you establish and maintain that culture that you said started last spring, and that's what the coaches think too. They think it might have started in the spring as well. That's going to be huge because you don't want to get to that point in the season, whether it's, 8 games in or 6 games in or wherever, when it's and you don't want, people, turning or doing any, just changing their attitude. And what's the plan to keep that from happening?
I think just being consistent.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely accountability. I think, this year, obviously, we got a lot of older guys and, a lot of people are holding each other accountable, which is, really awesome because, Coach Choppy, you can't see everything. Guys are late, stuff like that. We get that corrected. But, yeah, week 10 rolls around when it's cold outside, your body's hurting. It's not easy, but that's what makes football a great game.
Yeah.
Adversity. That's what makes football awesome, because that's what life is.
Yeah. And that's what I'm interested in seeing. And I've told the coaches that, the group that's out there right now is fun to watch. They're fun to be around, and I'm not saying that you won't be, but we haven't faced adversity yet. I mean, not the true adversity that you get in the middle of a game where wheels fall off, everything goes south, and mistakes happen. That's perfectly fine. I've told them that's what I'm really, really going to concentrate on, is watching how individuals react to adversity. How important is that?
That's very important because that can change the morale of the whole game. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can only control what we could control, and we could control our emotions. So if we all can be a tight-knit group and we can all ride the ship, that would be great because nobody can, like, knock us off our pivot if we're all, you know, on the same level. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do. I feel you there. But my thing is that my hope, we're all getting along pretty well. I mean, we talk about family, but the one thing that I've seen, again, this is my 5th season on the sidelines. Every year there's somebody, and I hope I don't see it at all this year, that something goes south, whether it's, I mean, we give up a touchdown or, you know, we fumble the football, whatever it happens to be.
All that stuff's going to happen.
It's going to happen. 100% true.
100%.
And then so,
Hopefully not every game.
No.
And not every, you know,
and I'm just
not multiple times, but you know,
I'm just this dude. I'm this little fly buzzing around on the sideline that nobody really sees.
Right.
But I hear the terrible garbage that comes out of some teammates' mouths. Those people aren't here anymore. And I think there's reasons they're not here anymore. But just talking trash about their teammate, you know, oh man, like, get out of here. That fires me up. Now,
it goes nowhere. It's clearly poison. And the reality is like, you know, you hit it on the head. You get out there to, you know, you go work, you know, when you get into the, what are you studying, by the way? What are you going to be when you grow up?
Yeah, finance and banking and marketing.
So you're going to be working with a team to some degree, and they're going to be dealing with clients. You're going to be communicating with people. They're going to have to deal with the ups and downs of the markets and all these other things. Adversity is going to occur.
Oh yeah.
You know, and holding people accountable. Like, you sound like, you know, what you were saying, that sounds like what I'd expect out of a good employee. And football makes a person a good employee. You're a competitor. You got to be there. You understand discipline. You can't just roll into your career and say, well, you do you, man. Well, that's not going to work. It doesn't work on a team that way. And last spring, again, we're not naming names, and, you know, those folks have moved on. The culture has changed, and that's a positive thing. But anytime that, you know, like, sometimes you do have a breakdown and you're just like, you're so frustrated, and who knows what's going on in your life in a variety of other ways. But if you make it all about yourself and you have a meltdown, and then you spend 5 minutes yelling on the sideline or walking off or doing any of that stuff, it just makes the entire team go, what's going on? And the coaches are trying to focus on the game and all that other stuff. And I know you guys probably know what I'm talking about. Yeah. That's sad to see. It's frustrating, but I want that. And that's not the direction that we're heading, you know. Yeah, but so holding each other accountable is also those expectations of saying, listen, we don't do that here. You know, you've got an issue. We're going to deal with it. We're not going to make a big scene out of everything. Yeah. Because it is an emotional game.
And everybody sees it. I mean, like, we think that there's some sort of, like, invisibility cloak over the sidelines, and it's like, man, that ain't happening.
Oh, no. Yeah, they're not, listen, the fans are not always, it's been a long time since you guys have sat in the stands watching football, right? So, you know, in the stands, we're not always watching everything that's happening on the field. Sometimes we're just seeing what you guys are doing on the sidelines. And parents, they're always looking at what's going on the sidelines, you know. As a dad of you know, 3 boys, watching the older boys play, I would, you know, sit there at those games.
You have 4 boys.
I said 4 boys.
You said 3.
You said 3.
You said 3.
Well,
which one?
Which one did you forget?
The attorney, probably.
One doesn't listen.
Probably the attorney, the one that thinks he's smarter than you know. Tate.
Yeah, Colin doesn't listen. The youngest doesn't listen. So,
he's not supposed to.
He's not supposed to. Yeah.
He's a golden child.
Well, yeah. So when Tate and Tanner were playing, I thought I said I had 4. I do have 4 boys. They're great. And they're all football players and whatever. But the reality is that I would watch, and I'd see kids come off the field, and I'll never forget this dude. my older boys played at Upper Iowa, and this dude came off the field. And I know his name, but I won't say it because it's irrelevant. But this dude was a great. I mean, he's a O-line. He was probably a 6'7" dude, and just big thunder, and all that stuff. And the biggest crybaby that I've ever seen. Like, he could move people. Clearly, he was D2 guy. He was successful in that regard. Yeah. But he was one of those dudes that he's just always super dramatic. And I'm like a person who studies. At that time in my job, like, you just kind of study personalities to make sure that you're getting the right people for different things, and I was like watching this dude, and I'm like, I wouldn't have that dude on my team because he's a drama queen, and he's also one of those dudes, and this is a pet peeve of mine, tell me if you know this, like the dude in a football team who like is in there, he starter, maybe, probably, he gets hurt, and then he's like making an enormous scene on the sidelines and it's just over the top, like, dang, I wish I could be in there. It's usually when we're losing. Yeah. It's like, oh, I'm so frustrated. He doesn't want to go back in there. Yeah, no. Yeah. He's maybe hurt.
We could make up those 45 points if I get back in there, but I'm injured.
Putting a show on for the crowd, and the crowd's like, dude, we see right through this. Because at the end of the day, I mean, you guys...
Ma, make us some meatloaf.
I have kids older than you. So like, we've seen it before. What are you doing? That's the end of my statement. Big long story.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, right. Well, thanks for that. No
soapbox.
Yeah.
So
no drama.
No.
Well, there'll be some because it's emotional.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, but if you have the drama, for 5 minutes, defense is probably getting the ball back within 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So you better get on the field.
Yeah.
There's no time for that.
I hope that that's the case. Not in a negative way, but like I always believed in baseball, for example. I would say, I announced baseball in the summer. I say, well, errors are contagious, and if you've ever watched baseball or played baseball, that's true. Like your team's doing fine, everything's well, and then all of a sudden, boom, an error. And then it's like all of a sudden we got 2-3 more errors in the same inning. Now all of a sudden we're in trouble or whatever. And it's like you hope that you just flip that to the other team. Like let them make the errors, let them get frustrated, see them start getting irritated. What that looks like too on the sideline when they start getting mad at each other on the sideline. And you see that, and I'm like, oh, now that dude's a weak spot. You can see it, and I don't know if you guys can, if you guys pay attention to that at all. You're busy doing the game stuff, but
you can feel it.
Yeah,
keep it out the corner of my eye, just a tab.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can also
keep tabs.
Yeah, you can also see like body language.
That's what it is. Yeah,
it's crazy. Like. I'll even just be watching, NFL, college, whatever, DB, ball gets thrown, it's a touchdown or whatever, and then both the DBs look at each other. Mm-hmm. They're like, oh, that should have been you, that should have been you.
Yeah.
And, that's just not, it's not helpful.
Yeah.
You just say, hey, try to work through it.
Yeah. I like it when the other team has those problems, when they start pointing at each other and arguing. Yeah. And, then I'm like, oh.
Simpson.
There's a mental break.
You remember the Simpson game?
Right now.
Yeah.
I mean, the Simpson, we destroyed Simpson up here like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
That was beautiful.
Man, I don't know how many turnovers for touchdowns we had, but it felt like 9. And it was just every time you turn around, you look over at the sideline, and you get in. Yeah. I mean, everybody's hands are up in the air.
Why'd we come?
Throwing helmets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Love it.
That was Merg's crazy game, right?
What's that?
Mergs, I think, right? Crazy game.
Morgan?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Touchdown Dostal?
Yeah, I think he had like 3. Remember that?
He had 2. He had 2
punt blocks for touchdowns.
That still is...
Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, that was right.
I wonder what the analytics are to win that game. Like, if you look at analytics, I bet it's like negative. Like,
I don't know if they run analytics. So, talking about game day, you guys will have the chance to watch film on the sidelines, will you not?
I believe so.
Really?
That's a new GPAC.
That's a new GPAC thing, really?
Yeah, the GPAC is doing that.
What's that called? They were talking about it in game
Starlink
operation. It's not called Starlink.
I just made that up.
It's something like that, though.
Yeah, it is. It is something like that, and like
Elon Musk is like controlling.
Oh yeah, exactly. He's watching the game.
Just the GPAC.
Come on, Waldorf.
GPAC and Ukraine. That's all I care about.
But yeah, that's going to be kind of cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's dope.
I mean, in high school, that's so helpful.
You had it in high school.
Yeah.
Oh, at Urbandale?
Yeah, we had a TV.
Of course you did.
Yeah, everybody had their own little pod they'd sit in. Yeah.
Oxygen mask. Yeah. And on the sideline. That's right.
Are you warm, Gavin?
There's only one possible better prepared program down there in that metro area, and that'd be Johnston.
Well, Waukee's getting their third school, so
Yeah,
let's
right.
talk about that. Like, what is that?
I thought I'd get something started.
So,
but
Jakim, when you were in high school, did you get like instant replay on the sidelines?
No, we didn't get instant replay.
that's what I'm talking about.
Which is
You just had to remember
You
it.
just got yelled
yeah,
at.
just remember it. Yeah, it's crazy because when we played rivalry games, one particular rival school, they had it on their sideline. Like they had the film on their sideline at our home game. I was like, why don't we have this stuff?
Mm-hmm.
I was like, it does make a big difference though. If you can see, the tendency or
Yeah.
the breakdown right then and there.
Or if you felt like you blew a coverage or something like that, and then they'd be like, "Look what happened."
So is that
Oh,
new
yeah,
to GPAC or just new to Waldorf because we're in the GPAC?
no, it's new to GPAC.
Well, good. So then everybody's on the
Follow
same.
them on Twitter or X.
The
or
GPAC?
Yeah,
I don't look. No, maybe I should see if
Yeah,
they
I
got
do.
any of our
would
songs
know.
as their downloads.
I don't think they do.
Well, they ought to.
I know.
I mean, it's basically we've told them everything we're going to do. We're going to set the Corn Palace on fire. We're going to steal a Vega. There's a bunch of hobo situations. Something going on with the USS Yankton, and on and on and
Scorpion.
on. The Scorpion in Yankton. Yeah, we have a whole naughty
Man,
list. of
I'll
things
tell you
to
what.
do.
Talk
Got a lot of listening.
yeah.
Talk to Gerardo, our long snapper. He listened to every episode, and he was like asking me one day, like, "What's the episode about tomorrow, Coach?" I'm like,
Yeah.
"Oh gosh, I can't
Yeah.
believe he's listening."
It was a fun summer, but
It was.
this is what we've all been waiting for. Like that's just what we were due to through the summer to vamp to get to this point, and now here we are, a day away
season.
from the game that starts us all. And it's a conference game right out of the chute.
Yeah, Columbia, and I think it's going to be a tester. I think they're a great program, but I love the fact that we're just this. I don't know. I mean, they can watch as much film as they want.
We're not rated last in the GPAC. Second to last.
Well, yeah, that's according to the coaches poll.
Coach's poll.
Good.
Yeah.
Absolutely good. But there was
Good.
a sports writer that,
But it's
that
funny
follows the GPAC. that
Like
had
is
us.
Doan rated last?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
sorry.
Well, but at the same time, new coaching staff there.
Yeah.
yeah,
I mean,
And
nobody.
but they don't know us.
nobody. I mean, nobody knows.
Nobody knows that.
No, I mean,
I mean, what are they going to do? Call Dickinson? Like, yeah, we beat them
Yeah,
every year
yeah,
yeah.
after a 17
They'll
and
say-
a half hour bus ride.
yeah. When it's
Watch out for those home games, though. There's a son of a gun in the box. I don't like that.
There's a guy that says our name wrong.
that's
Well,
wild.
I know this. I remember this about our conversation about Concordia. They're Missouri Synod Lutheran.
They are.
Yeah.
And we're ELCA
Yeah.
affiliates.
So the difference is that our ladies can wear pants.
Yes.
I'm just I'm going to offend everybody. It's like my goal.
And the ELCA Lutheran women can vote in church.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if that's a good thing.
And they can
Can't laugh at that.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm just kidding.
All right. So we talked a little bit, Jakim, about where you come from. Stockton, California, right?
Yep.
Born and raised, or is that where you moved?
I was born in the Bay, but I pretty much lived there. I lived there like all my life.
So
Raised out there, yeah.
tell me that you get to see the Sons of Anarchy driving around.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's cool.
yeah,
Is that where they are?
yeah.
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 Redwood Originals, man.
Really?
My dad told me about that when he was when they did the show, and I was always wondering because they do be running around over there.
Really?
Yeah, it'd be dope. Yeah,
So yeah, because Stockton is it's part of the show. I mean, Stockton has a lot of stuff going on. I actually did look it up. I mean, there's a lot of good things because it's basically like halfway between Sacramento and San Francisco.
yeah, pretty much.
And it does it have access to the ocean or something like that, like through a river or a bay or something?
Yeah,
like that?
most definitely. I think so.
Yeah, it's like it's got a pretty cool thing going. There's a lot of
California's a cool state. I mean, for a lot of
Depends on what
reasons.
you're doing, but
yeah. But a little bit north, so you're not down with all the crazies.
No,
You know, I mean, you're close to San Francisco, which some of those folks can get a little bit.
Is that crazy? San Francisco crazy?
yeah, they get a little wild. Over there.
Yeah.
Are you a 49ers fan?
No, I'm a Raider fan.
Yeah, Raider fan.
Raider Nation.
Oh,
Ooh, the Las Vegas Raiders.
Oh, the
How'd
Vegas,
that
yeah,
feel?
Oakland, but now it's
Phil.
Oh
Yeah,
my
that's
gosh.
got to be rough.
I'm low key sick about my A's too. I'm an Oakland A's fan, but they're going to Sacramento for like a couple years, and then they're going to Vegas too. It's like you're taking everything away from me.
So do you suppose that, like the Giants
Vegas.
and the 49ers just take away from Oakland's ability to be able to hold those major league teams?
I don't think so. I think just Oakland just don't want them there. Or not even Oakland. It's just the owner just don't want to stay there. I don't have no clue. I don't think the San Francisco teams have anything to do with them
All right.
staying.
Staying with the A's.
Oh yeah,
Riding
most
with 'em?
definitely. Yeah, I'm gonna ride with them. Just because they're in Vegas doesn't mean I'm not going to change.
So, Gavin, you sound like you're a Raiders fan.
No,
Oh,
but Gardner Minshew, MVP. I named him as a starter.
think so?
Nice mullet.
Well,
Oh, yes.
I saw a highlight with Higher by Creed.
Oh, I did see that.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I think comeback player of
Dude
the
was
year,
working out.
MVP.
Yeah, I
can
don't
see
think
it.
that'll happen, but I mean,
Never know.
well, that's true. I mean, that's why we play the games. That's why tomorrow we're going to drive down to Seward, Nebraska, and
I want them to have to take the vote. Do they take the vote every week, or is this just how often do they take this vote about where teams should be
it's
rated?
preseason. It's
Just
just
one.
preseason. How what the coaches
This is what they think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Do you think like every team get one vote, or do they have multiple votes per team?
What they do is that everybody ranks the teams.
Oh,
You're like, okay, I think Morningside is going to be 1, Dort's going to be 2, Northwestern's 3, Waldorf's 4, and you go all the way through those, and then you get so many points for a first place vote and so many points for a 11th place vote.
do you think our coaches were like, we're 12, just like trying to really, really
I don't know.
lowball them?
I think it's just the coaching staff gets together and they submit one, but I don't know. I don't know the intricacies on how all that.
Yeah.
Okay, it's interesting to see if there's a strategy
I
to
don't
it.
even know if you probably don't vote for yourself.
Probably not.
I mean, I don't know.
I mean, somebody's got to vote for Doan. No. No, absolutely. So, okay, you guys were entering GPAC. You've done a little bit of research. You know the teams. Who do you want a rivalry with? Who do you want that team where every year it's just a battle?
You got a chance to start the rivalry now because we're going to be in this, conference for hopefully a very, very long time.
Many, many years.
It's all very close.
I mean,
considering I think Hastings is the furthest.
Yeah.
yeah.
So,
But with a rivalry, like, are you supposed to, win? Like, are you supposed to always win, or is it supposed to be?
a
like,
rivalry
close
is like, we hate those guys, and they're like, we hate those guys too.
kinda like
we got to
Johnston-
beat these guys.
Johnston and Urbandale.
Oh yeah, I mean, but
Yeah.
we crushed them my senior year. So it's
Yeah. But it's like the things like this is the game that
Yeah. Well, who's the closest? Radcliffe?
No, actually, Dort. Dort. Excuse me.
Dort.
Sorry, I had a little bit
Dort's a good school. They got some good programs. They started football about 11 years ago. It's longer than that, but they have. I mean, it's
Not
not much. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
They've
they're
had,
they're doing some good things. Obviously, it's like they didn't finish the rest of the name of their school. Like we're Waldorf, and they can't. They're Dort.
It's like you're walking along and
They're Dutch reformed.
You walk into
got all
a
this
cupboard
figured out.
door. Dort. Oh,
That's
I
right.
bumped my head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, oh,
It's an ope.
it's an
Yeah.
ope.
Dort.
You ever heard that, Brock?
Never.
Iowa. Just listen.
The Iowa ope.
Iowa ope.
Oh.
Dude, seriously, listen
It's a-
around.
Listen, you'll hear it. I
Yeah.
do it.
All you got to do
I
is
both
like
do it as well.
Oh yeah.
go over to Mason City or something like that.
Yeah.
And a bunch of people be
coming in
walking
the door
along,
at the same time.
coming in the
Yeah.
door, and then somebody will stop and go,
Oh.
and they'll grab the door and hold it for you.
Oh.
Sorry about that.
Or like-
Let me sneak by you there.
Yeah.
Sorry
Just
there.
Scooch.
Sorry there, buddy.
No.
Surprised you haven't picked that up yet. When I go down south, I pick up a little bit of a southern accent, just a little bit because it sounds cool. I mean, I'm surprised that you haven't picked that up. A little ope around here?
I just be minding my business.
Oh.
I open the door. Maybe I just ain't run into nobody yet.
No, that could be it.
Yeah.
We're always bumbling around. Oh, I
Need
didn't
to
see
get
you
out
there.
more.
Oh, I didn't see you there. Pardon me.
Jakim needs to get out more.
Go right out there and you go. I'll go. Hey there, WUBALL fans. Join us live for the Waldorf University Football Coaches Show each Wednesday throughout the season as we broadcast live from our new location, Shooters Bar and Grill on Highway 69 North in Forest City. Join us in person for food, drinks, and all the details on the coming game. Meet a couple warriors from the offense and defense. Hear Coach Chappa's take on game prep and a review of the last week, and lots more. If you can't join us in person, tune in to KIOW Mix 107.3 from 7 to 8 p.m. or listen in wherever you are on KIOW's Listen Live feature on their website at KIOW.com. Or you can see us in action via the Waldorf University Football Facebook page on Facebook Live. Don't miss it down, a note on the game, or a chance to get to know our Warriors. I'll see you each Wednesday from Shooters Bar and Grill for the Waldorf Football Coaches Show. Go Warriors!
How often do you get back home? Because you've been in Iowa.
I've been in Iowa for 4 years.
Yeah.
I mean, I go back home typically every winter break, so every break pretty much. So like 2 times, 3 times out the year.
Yeah.
I don't know now, you know, life's starting to life. So, I mean, I try to make it my mission to get out there as much as I can, connect with my family as much as I can. So
Right.
they know my mission though at the end of the day. So that's cool knowing that they're by my side and
Yeah.
they're one call away whenever I need it.
Well, and that's, I mean, it's got to be nice, especially your guys' generation, where it's like family's not that far away. You can see them and talk to them. Where, I mean, that was just a dream back in the day. You saw that in movies.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They make it to games out here.
They made it to a game last year.
Mm-hmm.
They came out and they're coming out again this year too.
Mm-hmm.
Preferably, I think they're coming homecoming or senior night because
Cool.
it's the last hoorah.
Yeah.
So yeah, they love Forest City. They love this city. So yeah, they're for sure going to come out for another game. Yeah.
And they can, of course, all of our fans can watch it on streaming wherever it happens to be coming
Mhm.
from, and that's always good. And
Mm-hmm.
so,
Listen to more of you.
yeah, me in the background on the streaming stuff.
Yeah, yelling.
You yelling.
Touchdown, Warriors.
Right.
I hope we get a lot of that this year.
Yeah.
So, okay, we'll talk a little bit about home life. We're talking a little bit about Stockton. What is it about that part of the world that when you're here in the most beautiful part of the world, do you miss about? Oh, I'm sorry, did I throw that in there?
God's
What-
country.
Yeah. What is it that you wish you? And let's not talk about the temperature. What is it about Stockton
Now, weather aside,
that you miss every day?
Probably just the people that I built relationships with there. I mean, like, it's pretty much the same thing. Like coming from Stockton to here, I mean, I don't find no difference other than like it's a bigger city. Like it's the same quality. They share the same qualities. I just like obviously I built a lot of relationships down there just because I've been there, 18 years of my life. But like I don't find no big difference. I feel like whatever I dealt with in Stockton is pretty much the same out here. Like everybody in Stockton. Now it is a bad city, but everybody for the most part is like very tight knit, and that's what I love about here too. Is because it's like I never left home other than like the ambulance not.
also a bad city,
Yeah.
but it's just yeah.
Well, they got the Sons of Anarchy out there.
I
we
forgot about that.
We got tractor rides here.
Do you have tractor rides?
Oh, they're doing a tractor ride. Everybody look out.
Yeah.
The blacktop's going to be packed.
Well, I like that. What are you studying?
I'm studying finance as well.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
You guys
Not the
get together.
Not the marketing.
Not the marketing
just
part.
finance.
Oh, yeah.
What do you want to do with that?
I want to be a financial analyst actually.
All right.
Well, I can hook you up with my son-in-law. That's what he does.
Oh, yeah, please do. I'm looking for an internship too.
Oh, are you? Oh, I can hook you up with my son, number 2 of 4.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you do have 4 kids. I thought it was
do.
3 for some reason.
yeah,
That's
me
just
too.
odd. I don't know what the heck.
Oh, well.
So when you like, if you let's say you're going to go home tomorrow, and then is there something that you like, Ma? I need you to make me.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Baked chicken and rice,
Oh,
like
yeah.
a whole chicken.
Yep.
She'll text me, do I need 1 or 2? Because I eat the whole chicken. I don't
So
put
rice on the bottom,
rice on the bottom.
and then like a cream soup over the top.
It's the broth from the chicken. So like
Mhm.
the whatever she
All right.
seasoned it with, and that becomes the broth. You serve
like
it
a
on
whole chicken?
a whole
A whole chicken that's like cut up, or
So
is
you
it
splay it out?
It's a whole chicken, like
just sitting up in the
sitting
rice?
Up in the yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh, you don't
you cut it. You cut it.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, you cut it in half and then lay it out.
Yeah, you cut the pieces off. Like you cut the drum.
Okay.
All right.
And the,
All
the
right.
lemon and stuff.
You eat the whole chicken.
I could.
Yeah, yeah.
I really could.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
like,
chickens aren't that much food.
You know.
I mean,
Have
I
you
like.
seen a chicken? They're a little tiny.
Like when she
Yeah,
hears this,
I gotta-
she's gonna be like, yeah,
I
that's
got one in the fridge right now.
So I've made the
Maybe
mistake.
that's what I
back-
ought to do. Talk to your mom. Get that rice.
Well, now remember
that
when
recipe.
Mike Mouton was on and he was talking about
Mountain.
Mike Mountain, whatever. He was talking about his Cajun. What did his mom make? Like Cajun gumbo or something like that. And he was telling us all about it. Like, oh, it's his favorite thing. That's what he misses from home. I think he was from Monroe, Louisiana, something like that. Mike was, and it's like we were like, all right, your mom needs to come up for Thanksgiving, and we'll buy whatever if she'll just
Yeah.
go into our kitchen and make us some of that. But that never happened.
No.
I did lie to you and tell you that she did bring some. So because she did come up.
Yeah.
But-
Oh, she didn't bring that though?
No. unfortunately. Nobody's brought us food at all.
Now down in Urbandale,
Urbandale.
I mean, that does
The Early Bird Diner.
That place is good.
That is great.
Oh yeah.
The woke omelet, love it. I think it's now the awake omelet. I think they changed it because people didn't
like the
I'm not
woke.
eating something called woke. It's delicious. Eat it. It's got chimichurri on it. Oh,
you eat it and you have a whole new perspective on how things work in the world.
I think so, yeah. I just feel enlightened. You know me. Not just the old guy sitting around. Back in my
Back
day.
in my day. Yeah. Well, what does your mom make?
My mom's not the
She orders a mean
greatest
pizza from the
in
dominant.
the life.
Oh, dude, you can't say that and have it recorded.
No, she would agree. She would
It's
agree.
going to happen like one of these, and there it is.
So,
It's like, listen,
so
my mom's
who in your
terrible.
family's the cook then?
I think that we're all like. I mean, I'd say I'm a really good cook, but my dad, he cooks. You know, a decent amount. My mom still obviously cooks. I mean,
Yeah.
by breakfast she makes pancakes.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Can't mess up. Well, you could, but I
You
mean,
could.
It's hard to, yeah.
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 Chocolate chip pancakes in the
that's
morning.
good.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, ruin a pancake.
ugh.
Chocolate chips.
Hmm?
No, it ruins them.
Nah, you're hating. But
Oh, really?
I don't like. Sorry, I'm a purist.
You're a purist.
I want them watered down so that they thin out. I want
Yeah.
them thin, and then I want to put about a half a pound of butter on each pancake.
Yeah, that's
And
good.
about a half gallon of syrup.
Like a horse blanket, do you? It covers the whole plate.
Yes, absolutely.
might as well just eat a crepe. You sound French over there.
Oh, crepe. Oh,
I don't eat crepes.
I had a-
Jakim gave me a look. He's just like,
I mean, that sounds good to me.
crepes are delicious.
And pancakes with the syrup.
what's the weirdest thing you've ever eaten?
Oh, that's how did you go from crepe?
Crepe.
Well,
Like, that's a weird thing.
No, it's not weird, but we're talking about food here.
Yeah.
I have not eaten yet tonight, and I'm
Okay.
hungry.
Me as
and I'm
well.
thinking about going home and making
Got some Fritos over there.
Pancakes.
I know one of the nights, it could be the last game of the season. It's not the last game because I know that the tailgate game committee, they're going to do, but that is burgers, not dogs. It's all American. Your senior night, that's what that's going to be.
Oh yeah.
It's going to be burgers and hot dogs and stuff
how
like
many we
that.
can eat.
But I thought that Community Day, I thought the menu was breakfast for dinner.
I have no idea.
That sounds beautiful to
We're
me.
feeding you just like we always have.
Oh, yeah.
Now it's like we it's a lot really nice and organized and cool stuff happening and in a cool spot. Got to have tickets. You'll have tickets. Don't you worry about it.
Shout out Gridiron Club.
There you go.
Big shout out.
So, Jakim, I'm back to my question.
Yeah.
What's
Back to the
weirdest-
weird food.
I love weird.
I was trying
He
to.
loves weird food.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. What's the weirdest thing you've eaten?
The weirdest thing I've eaten,
Hot seat.
to be truthful, it was like way back when I was in school, like probably like third, fourth grade. I don't know. They had fed us chocolate covered crickets.
Oh yeah, been there, done that.
Yeah. So I'm glad that's not as weird.
Yeah. That's
it's-
still weird.
I feel like it's weird. Like
I
you
mean,
just
a
ate,
cricket?
Like, yeah.
The
was it really
That's
chocolate
good.
covered? Was it really a cricket though? Because it was covered.
Was
Yeah.
it really a
You
cricket,
put
though?
chocolate on anything probably is
You know, that could have been anything.
makes it good.
Was
yeah.
it good though?
I mean, I don't know. I just taste chocolate.
Yeah.
So it was good.
I've had spicy crickets before.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the dried crickets, and then but they've got like I don't know, some sort of spicy powder on it, and you pop those in your mouth. It's good.
Yeah.
Bill Gates
Crickets.
wants us to eat crickets and bugs.
Well, I had the woke omelet.
Yeah, he's woke now.
Oh
the
no!
woke
You had the
omelet.
woke omelet, eating
Yeah,
crickets
exactly.
and bugs.
That's all
Get
I
out
eat
of
is
here,
crickets.
man.
Protein.
Exactly. I had a locust
take my
the other day
steak.
for breakfast. Oh yeah, give me a steak, man.
Iowa boy right there.
Yeah. Well.
Gavin, you eaten anything weird before? You're from Iowa,
I mean, I'll eat pretty much anything.
but what's something weird that you've eaten that people are like, oh,
What's weird?
I don't know. You define it. Got a bratwurst once. You know?
Raw burgers, fire.
Have you ever had beef liver? That's not weird.
Liver and onions.
Yeah.
I think maybe a little bit.
Have you ever eaten cow tongue?
Okay.
No. But I
got-
heard that it's chewy. My dad said he
love
tried it at work. One of his coworkers brought it. Said it was good.
Love it. The flavor's great. The texture's a little bit weird. I actually could bring some for the team if you want. I've got like 4 of them in my freezer
like-
right now.
I'd try it.
Well, it's good stuff.
I'd eat it.
Like Jack Goss deep into the hot dog
yeah.
eating contest right now, where he's
8? I thought he was getting 10.
Yeah.
I wanted 10.
you got 8. Yeah.
I think a little more
I think
competition.
he could have gotten 10
Yeah, he did good.
a little more
if-
competition.
if the official hadn't gone and been like, you got to eat that. Whatever he spit out
Yeah,
before.
whatever he spit out before.
He's like, you made him eat that? Whatever it was.
That was
like a
hilarious.
and he
piece
did it. And he went right in. And then after that, it was like it occurred to him like,
Yeah. He was putting them
was
down.
great.
he did.
I was like, dang.
He told me they were hot too.
Jack's
Is that
a
right?
Yeah, they were hot and they weren't stale. They said they were good.
Well,
You know,
got to do what you
a lot
can
of
do.
a lot of dedication.
Yeah.
That was already 2 weeks ago now that we've had that we did the hot dog eating contest. And boy, if you haven't seen that, check out the social media, Gridiron Facebook and Twitter. We got it posted. It's on the Sunnyside Farm Studios YouTube channel.
Something.
Yeah. So that was fun.
It was fun.
It looked like it was. You guys had a good time. Offense versus defense, and
Who won again? I forgot.
offense definitely won.
I
For
forgot.
sure. Yeah.
1 point, bro.
Reminded me.
1 point.
Hey,
Yeah, but I
football's
even,
a game of inches.
even my own son Jack, he's like, who do you think's going to win? I'm like, well, I mean,
It's got to be
the offense is going to win. I mean, I took the pictures. I met Jack Goss. I mean, the dude, he's not running.
He was excited.
I really thought James Jenkins was actually because he was just
catching
a little
up.
bit left.
Yeah,
and
that would have tied it.
I think Jack was I think he'd reached his peak.
I think so.
And I thought James, because he stuffed that last in there, and all of a sudden he didn't have enough time to get it swallowed.
Mm-hmm.
But if he would have, it would have been tied.
Yeah.
And then
we would have had Ani and
Chapa.
Choppa have
Ani
to,
and Choppa would have had to have the eat off.
Yeah. Well, they would have had to
Oh, is that what it was?
add. It would have continued with the offense, and so then they would have brought both back. It was
Yeah, it would have been 2v2, right?
I don't know.
Well, we didn't.
But either way,
they were sweating it. I'll tell you that.
because I know Ani.
The defense.
Ani showed up and he looked angry, as you've seen him angry before. And he goes, I don't know. I just feel like somehow I'm going to end up eating a bunch of hot dogs today.
I nearly did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nearly did.
Would have been great.
Yeah.
I would have paid to see that.
I ate 2 hot dogs before I went to that thing.
That we should have done
Just to
that.
get in the mood.
We should have done that.
Chop versus Ani hot dog.
Yeah, hot dogs.
You could set that up if you can get them to agree to it.
I think Ani would be down.
And like the quarter-pound hot
hot
dogs you
dogs?
get from Costco.
I think we give them brats.
Bring out
Get in there.
one. The dinner dogs. They're like this, like a quarter pound. Yeah.
Ooh, brats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You ate all those? You ate 8 of those? You'd have,
Well, you die, like, I don't know, like cardiac arrest.
Yeah.
I mean, that'd be terrible. Yeah, good food. God, love that
yeah.
stuff. So
But
what,
anyway, yeah.
yeah, okay. One of the things we like to ask everybody usually is, what are we watching right now? I mean, besides film, I know that. Is there anything other than film that you get to watch when you relax, if you ever get to?
I've been a big Sopranos guy.
Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Coming around to the.
Yeah. Never really watched it, but camp started, and I was like, "Here
no
we
better
go."
time. Might as well
Yeah.
get into something.
Yeah,
On my mother's birthday.
I watched some of it. I never watched the whole series.
I'd recommend.
I never
good.
got into it. Never
good.
did. Jakim,
Okay.
what do you got going on?
I mean, I'm not a big TV show guy, but someone has me hooked on Game of Thrones right now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
I'm trying to catch up. I've been slacking and lacking, so I finally got brought to the light.
Yeah.
Game of Thrones.
Both those shows have nudity in it, so that's probably why you guys are watching it.
That's why I would watch it.
Although I'd say there's probably more dwarf nudity in Game of Thrones than there is in.
Sopranos.
Is that a thing?
I think it is.
I know I ain't been that deep. Only like 3 episodes in.
You'll enjoy
And
it.
dragons.
You'll enjoy.
You'll
it.
enjoy it.
And dragons. Yeah.
I don't know about the dwarf nudity. I don't recall that. I've watched the whole series, but I haven't gone back and watched it since.
Mm-hmm. You watched the whole series?
Yeah, I did.
House of the
Game of
Dragons,
Thrones. I didn't watch House of Dragons.
I've heard it's better.
You know, I see it like I'm a big Taylor Sheridan dude. I got into him when it was Yellowstone. And then not Fargo. What was the Tulsa came out?
Tulsa, I
the
love
sliced
that one.
I did not care.
You didn't like it?
Didn't care for it.
Don't even know
But Mayor of Kingstown,
Yeah, I like that.
love it.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Jeremy Renner's really good.
Anybody like that? He's just. Cool.
I don't like that. He's got a real knack. I think I've said this before, for making these amazing stories about people that I just can't stand. Just in general, like I wouldn't want to be friends with any of the people in Yellowstone or the people in Mayor of Kingstown.
Let's go back. We've talked about this before, and we're talking about Stockton and like the Sons of Anarchy.
Yeah, I wouldn't want.
You know, that's one of the, like I watched every one of those episodes, and the messed up part is like these guys are
They're all criminals.
They're criminals. They're gangsters, and it's like they do bad stuff, and you're like, oh man, I sure hope Jax ends up killing that ATF agent because he could get in trouble. Like, wait a minute, like
How you kind of felt with Walter White at the end of.
Oh yeah, you
want
to
kill his brother-in-law dead.
Yeah,
and it's like
all that.
100%.
That's when I knew I'd gone.
It's like
I was too deep. I was in too deep.
Those shows got you rooting for the bad guys, and so it's kind of like, man, I don't want anybody to hurt anybody else. I don't care what side of the law they're on, but it's like, and I'm like, oh my god, I sure hope they kill this innocent cop. Messed up.
I never got into the motorcycle.
Loved it.
Thing.
I watched a decent amount of it. I did not finish it.
No.
I finished it. I started watching the Mayans, and I just lost track of
It's
it.
pretty dope though.
What's that?
It is so cool.
Sons of Anarchy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Good show.
yeah, absolutely.
I heard the show was good. Yeah, so same thing. I guess just wouldn't want to be friends with any of them.
What's best shows of all time though?
Ooh, that's
Like,
tough.
what do you guys got?
But that's
You're asking the wrong generation. Cause
because we're gonna pick out something so like Battlestar Galactica. That's
no,
pretty good.
Cheers.
No.
I love Cheers.
Uh,
Yeah,
And that was great. Seinfeld was
I
great.
can say Star Trek.
All those comedy sitcoms, I loved those. I loved all of those. I watched Newhart, which is really old, and I think that's
some of that old comedy is. I mean, again, it's
makes me happy.
well, there was no holds barred on some of that stuff. They could kind of say what they wanted.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I'm like,
I'm watching Loudermilk right now. You ever seen that?
No.
Yeah, it's funny. I saw it on. I think I watched all of it on Netflix.
Yeah, it's out.
I like
That's what
those
I'm
shows
watching.
that
I'm
are
watching that Netflix too. It's over. It's 3 seasons and it's over.
those shows
Oh.
that are way out there, like Letterkenny.
I watched that too.
I
I get a little,
I'm not into it.
but I didn't finish, and the reason is because I started thinking like, I don't know if I like these people either. I love their funny things that they say, but I'm like, I don't know. They're not.
Yeah, I don't know.
Is this how all Canada is? Because they don't seem like they go to church much. They,
Well, they're fighting all the time.
they're always doing that.
Harps
I do
off.
like it though. Letterkenny makes me happy.
Letterkenny.
I don't watch it as much.
I don't
You ever
have.
see the show Archer? That's a cartoon for.
Yeah, I've tried watching that. See, I'm a Family Guy.
I love Archer. That's funny too.
Like Family Guy is one of my favorites, but it's like it evolves.
Yeah.
You know.
Get through it.
I don't think there's like you could easily say that MASH was probably one of the best shows ever on television.
Mm-hmm.
But if you'd go back and watch it now, it's about
The Korean War.
mobile army service hospital. It's about these doctors that get pushed into having to deal with the combat wounded during the Korean War, and then all the things that could nurses and doctors and
They're always chasing nurses
I didn't think it was
like
that funny.
back in the day. No, I mean, and then I was
Radar O'Reilly.
I was a soldier for a long time, and I was like, but like modern era soldier. I mean, considering
He sent-
Korean War,
He
and I'm
sent
just
an
like,
entire Jeep back home to Ottumwa.
yeah,
Just one piece at a time. He would mail pieces of a Jeep back home till he had a complete. Anyway,
yeah,
just the shtick. Anyway, that's stupid. So,
The Office
yeah,
or Breaking Bad.
Jakim's sitting here thinking, man, you guys got too much time on your hands.
yeah.
Yeah, he's like,
So do you?
watch film.
How do you
So-
pass your time?
Yeah, I was gonna say, man, what do you like?
You've got the same number of hours as we do, and clearly, I mean,
Working out.
Gavin's clearly spending a lot of it watching TV.
I mean, I watch I'm a football fanatic, so I watch football. Like I'll be on YouTube just watching more football clips, game clips. But I think my favorite show growing up was I don't know if y'all know, but it's called the Bernie Mac Show with Bernie Mac.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Probably like one of my favorite shows.
Oh, I like Bernie Mac.
Yeah, he was just super funny. He's just so funny, and probably like
I loved his delivery.
I love Martin.
Oh,
Martin's
like
cool.
angry, nearly. Like he goes to beat you. Martin.
Yeah, Martin is a good show.
Martin Lawrence. Yep,
Yeah.
that's good stuff.
I'm really trying to think. I'm not really big into watching like TV shows. I watch a lot of documentaries on my free time.
Mhm.
What's the last documentary you watched?
I was just watching something last night, like before I went to bed, on like World War II.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just talking about the events that occurred and like hypotheticals, like what if this would happen. That's what I'm kind of into. Like if it wasn't business as a major, I'll probably go into history because I love history.
Well, that's what I went into, and look what I'm doing now.
I'm trying to be like you, Troy.
But then you're going to go out and have a degree that's universally usable, both of you, which is pretty cool.
It's good. Yeah, you're going to be able to get a job. It's hard to be a historian.
That's the goal.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you try to be a historian?
You might as well just be a
No.
teacher at that point.
Really good at bar trivia, though. Like, you want me on your team.
Yeah, most
Of course, yeah.
Right. Yeah.
I like
Exactly. Oh, I know that answer.
how we all had said like TV shows and all this stuff, and he's like, Brock's like, oh, documentaries.
Yeah.
Getting smarter.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's one of my, like, when
I'm just being honest.
Like a Poindexter
When
over here.
I'm
He's
home
got
by
documentaries and things. It's good.
the few times I get to be home by myself,
Talking about adult cartoons.
I don't.
I gave you a show, to be fair.
Yeah,
That
You
is
did.
true.
You
But-
did.
Bernie
no,
Mac.
we're saying it's a good thing.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, because I love going through documentaries because there's stuff that I like watching stuff on historical events, things
Yeah.
like that, to dig deeper into it. I don't like the weird, let's do a documentary about flat earthers. No, thanks.
No.
But I like that historical stuff, and then I like football movies.
Yeah, me too.
You go in on any given Sunday, Friday Night Lights, something like that.
Have you ever watched the Bernie Madoff documentary?
Yeah,
No, that's
saw that. Makes you mad, doesn't it?
yeah.
I like documentaries probably for the same reason you do. I watch a lot of them. But I will say this about like Netflix particularly, and now Amazon Prime has gotten into the same mindset. And they will take like a show that you could basically get start to finish in a good solid 50 minutes, and they'll find a way to make it 8 episodes. And you're like, well, gotta watch the next one. I mean, even though you can clearly just look it up on Wikipedia and find out what happened, you still have to watch it. So I guess they know what they're doing.
I think another show to add on to you, I don't know if y'all watched it. It's called Kaleidoscope. That one's a good show. Y'all
I didn't watch that. What's that about? But I saw it. I wondered
it's
about it.
I didn't finish, but it's a show where you can basically start anywhere. And like it's different outcomes based off of what you start off of.
Oh, I forgot to turn that up.
And then, so they're pretty much like this guy's pretty much just setting up like a heist against his former, like they used to be colleagues and stuff like that. And he just has it out for him because I don't want to spoil it because people want to watch it.
I want to go home and watch it.
Yeah,
No.
you can pretty much start it from anywhere, and like it's very dope because it's like the episodes are like the title of the episodes is based off like colors, so it's like there's there's set themes and stuff, and you got to pick up on it, and it's like little stuff, and that's stuff that I like, just like something that just is like challenging my brain. I'm like, I'm trying to pick up what they're doing. It's a dope show. Y'all should check it out.
Yeah, different paths. Have you guys ever watched Bandersnatch?
That sounds pornographic.
I have
No.
not watched it, but why does that? Tell me about it because I feel like I've heard that be discussed before.
It's on Netflix, and you make your own choices.
Oh yeah,
It's actually really, really interesting. It's kind of like
I ain't got
a
time for that.
adventure book.
I
No,
got
like-
time for my own choices. Kayla,
Get in here and make a choice for me. Yeah, when I turn the TV on, I want to shut my brain off. I don't want to have to think.
okay,
Yeah.
but that's what you do.
But hey, that's cool.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's good. I mean, some people like to think so.
no, sorry, do that all day.
Yeah, I remember you maybe not. It may not have been when I was in junior high. They had these books, and I know they're still out there. But like, you can at the end of each chapter, you'd make a choice, and then you go to the chapter that's relative to your choice. Did you ever see? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, those.
And
books,
then so there's like multiple.
it's
different
like the
outcomes.
same. Yeah, it's the same thing.
Yeah, same idea. Okay,
Netflix.
I don't remember what they call those things, but we'd do that. And then
waste
I would
of
never
time.
finish the book, but then my friends would be reading the same book, but I would just say that I made a different choice, and I have like a wildly different outcome that I made up. And they were like, but I'm like, I don't know if I can retrace my steps how I got there. Let's see.
It's crazy. They have games like that too. They have games like that. I ain't really played the games, but
No.
We are going to be playing a game tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
It is all about going to, and you're taking off. It's a day trip too, right? Rolling out in the morning and
Yeah, 7 o'clock.
yeah,
kick.
and then 7 o'clock at night. So
Man,
get
can't
out
wait.
there, plenty of time, stretch out, do everything you need to do, get in the right mindset, which I know you will be, and then go beat them up.
Under the
Concordia.
lights.
yeah, and I'll tell you what, it's just like, did fall camp just go so fast?
Yeah.
fast.
Yeah, well, summer goes so
Insane.
fast, but now, boom, here we are. It's football season.
Life
you know?
goes by fast.
Waldorf's
That's right.
kicking off.
Tell me about it. Ooh.
Yeah, it's awesome. Well, yeah, wish you guys the absolute best of luck, and obviously we're going to be rooting for you back here. as you guys both know, I don't travel.
We're going to go out to the game. We're going to go watch
Well, I
it.
would
It's
hope
going to be
so.
fun. And I've not been to Seward. I'll check out. Do a little
want-
scouting around on the old.
I want pictures of the time capsule.
Time capsule pyramid in Seward. You'll have to go back to that episode and see what it is that's inside.
You need to bring something that looks like an electronic.
Is it a
device.
woman's brassiere also, or panties?
I think
A
like
leisure suit. I know that.
leisure suit. I think there's
From
some
1975. So they got some sweet stuff going on there. It's
Absolutely.
opening up next year after 50 years.
There's a 75 Vega in there. And we'd like to go down before they
That's
open.
a car. There's another car in there too. Apparently, remember that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They bought something else.
Yeah.
What, is it like a bunker or what?
Huh?
Ooh, not like this, but it's a time capsule that a dude that owns
It's the world's largest time,
world's largest time capsule.
according
ever.
to them.
Yeah, so if you guys get time, maybe see if the bus driver will swing by.
This doesn't affect you guys at all, but tomorrow I'll tell you this: we did research, and there's not a lot of fun tailgating going on at Concordia. We're going to figure that one out.
Yeah. What's a away tailgating looking like?
It's probably like 12 people just having a good time.
Right.
Yeah,
Might be having a good time back.
All
in
wearing
Lincoln.
purple.
We're not driving back. We're not driving back to
Yeah.
Forest City like you guys are, but we'll be staying in Lincoln. But
staying at a Ramada.
no, they wouldn't have it. They heard something about some bad mouthing on a podcast that I was affiliated with, and now I can't get any Ramada room.
Oh, I'm sorry, your name, sir?
Yeah. And now I see Ramada advertisements all the time, and I'm like, well, those don't look so bad.
You're blacklisted. You're blacklisted. Yeah, because I think I want to go to the Briarcliff game just so that I can stay at the Warrior.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Great hotel.
Anyway. All right, I want to thank Jakim Brock and Gavin Johnson for taking some time out of their busy
Make
schedule.
sure, hey, say hello to your families.
Oh, God,
everybody.
that's
Yes,
right. Sorry,
forgot
man.
that.
We haven't
They're
done
listening
players
to
in
that.
so
Yeah,
long.
I know. You say hello.
Gavin Johnson wants to say hello to his family back in Urbandale, Iowa. Go ahead, Gavin.
Hi, Mom.
There you
Hi,
go.
Dad. Hi, brother, sister.
Is that
Everybody.
how you Amish? Is that how you address it? Brother, hello, brother.
Good morrow, brother. Shall we have some wheat-flavored toast?
Sister, bring the porridge.
I always say like, "What's up, brother? What's up, bro?"
Yeah, nice.
I want to say hey to my mom, Miss Brock, Rhonda Brock, my dad, Coach Nat, and my two brothers, Judge Ron and Josh, my auntie, Miss Latanya, and my cousin Danielle. See y'all soon.
And now, before we go too far, just a week ago, so on the 23rd of August, your parents celebrated a little bit something. What was that?
Yeah, they had their anniversary.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That's
So,
awesome.
happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary a week late.
Jakim's, to a week late to Jakim's folks. And Mom and Dad, you guys did, and not just the Brocks, but the Johnsons too. You guys did a wonderful job on these two young men. So thank
Absolutely
you for
agree.
trusting us here in Forest City, Iowa with your kids. And come by and say hi. Troy's up in the box. I'm on the sideline. I'm the guy that just kind of stands there.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty good at that. I don't yell a lot unless the official
Just
blows.
standing there in judgments.
Official blows a call, I'm yelling. I'm just telling you right now.
Yep.
And GPAC officials all the time now. Can't wait. All right, folks, that's going to do it for this episode of the Waldorf Gridiron Club podcast with Jakim Brock and Gavin Johnson. So thank you so much. And get out to Seward if you can. If not, tune in. So that's going to be it. For Troy Thompson, this is Andy Buffington. And forever and always, go Warriors. You can join the Waldorf Gridiron Club and be part of the best small college football experience in America.
Just visit our website and pick your membership level. Find us and everything Waldorf Gridiron Club related, including professional photos, at waldorfgridironclub.org.
You can also click on the Support the Show link in the show notes to donate.
And you can even use the United States Postal Service by sending your check to the Waldorf Gridiron Club, P.O. Box 125, Forest City, Iowa, 50436.
It's tax exempt, hassle free, and has a level for every budget.
That's right. Anyone can join, even our rivals.
Show your colors. Join the Gridiron Club today.
Get it?
Got it. Fantastic.
The Waldorf Gridiron Club podcast is hosted by Andy Buffington and me, Troy Thompson. Produced by Sunnyside Farm Studios in beautiful rural Forest City, Iowa. Platformed by Buzzsprout and music by Soundstripe. The Waldorf Gridiron Club is a 501c3 nonprofit organization dedicated to the student athletes of the Waldorf University football program. Our mission is to assist the program in maintaining the best small college football experience in America.